Welcome back to our channel where we share news and stories about Catherine, Princess of Wales and her royal family that you will not find anywhere else. We have some great news for you. Catherine steals William's eyes in most lavish tiaras and flawless outfits. At State Banquet, Buckingham Palace, vast ballroom air is often thick. Gilded cornices, towering ceilings, and the austere judging eyes of oil-painted rulers convey the quiet weight of 1,000 years of history. Each state event, this chamber is the ultimate theater of power where whispered discussions may change alliances and crystal clinking can cement a deal. On a crisp November evening in 2023, while the world's cameras waited, the British monarchy's gravity would be laser-focused on a single dazzling point of light. Diplomats, dignitaries, and global power brokers gasped as Catherine, Princess of Wales, attended the state dinner for the President of South Korea. She was not only wearing her Jenny Packham gown or the Royal Victorian Order ribbon on her shoulder. She had flames dancing on her head. She wore ghosts, an obscure tiara that forced even royal observers and historians to search their archives. A beautiful ethereal design of diamond-encrusted flowers, it had not been seen in public since before the Second World War, the advent of the atomic bomb, or Queen Elizabeth II's reign. It was the Strathmore Rose tiara revived. The Princess of Wales was making a bold and strategic statement at a banquet. She reminded the world that although the monarchy must modernize, its real strength rests in its memories and the past it alone can unleash. Now it was evident she had the key. A diamond crown's unwritten rules. Understanding that a royal tiara is never just jewelry is crucial to understanding its seismic effect. A symbol weapon and statecraft instrument, it follows a rigorous, almost magical set of centuries-old procedures. Modern viewers perceive glitter. Institutions see status obligation and belonging strategically tuned. Despite its simplicity, former royal butlers and etiquette experts like Grant Harold say tiaras are for married ladies. This practice is aristocratic, signaling not a quaint habit. A woman's tiara was the greatest visual statement in medieval European courts. She was no longer a debutante, but a chatelaine, a matriarch, a strong lady whose coupling had united powerful families. It was a small crown symbolizing her role as dynasty cornerstone. On her wedding day, a woman wears a tiara as a symbol of her transformation from commoner or lesser nobility to royal figure. She officially accepts the institution's weight. Once the wedding is over, diamond diadems are reserved for white tie gatherings, state dinners for visiting heads of state. The diplomatic corps reception and coronations are the royal highlight. These are not parties, but perfectly staged exhibitions of national authority, from the seating chart to the silverware, to convey stability, riches, and tradition. Within this tight framework, choosing a tiara is a difficult political and personal decision. The royal vaults include dozens of vintage artifacts infused with the heritage of their wearers. One must consciously evoke a queen or princess's spirit to harmonize with her memories and history. Is the message contemporary elegance, somber obligation, fairy tale romance, or everlasting continuity? Catherine, who joined the royal family from outside the nobility, uses these decisions to express her own vision. In 13 years as a senior royal, she has worn a tiara less than 20 times. This intentional scarcity is PR genius. It makes each appearance a worldwide event, so when she wears a piece of the crown's history, the world notices. She launched her meticulous, destructive approach on her first day. Bride's Halo and Future Queen's Promise, April 29, 2011. The world gasped when Berkshire University graduate Kate Middleton exited a Rolls-Royce at Westminster Abbey. Under her veil, the first choice that would define her new existence as a princess sparkled. Her tiara was not a massive centuries-old royal diadem. The Cartier Halo tiara was stunning, almost subtle. Although recent by royal standards, King George VI commissioned it for his wife in 1936, soon before he suddenly became king. It generated a beautiful scrolling halo of light from 739 brilliant cut diamonds and 149 baton-cut diamonds. Nuanced psychologically, the decision was exquisite. It was a present to the future Queen Elizabeth II on her 18th birthday, although it was not one of her hallmark pieces. It acknowledged tradition without embracing it. Its modest size fit a young bride, conveying humility and respect rather than arrogance. Catherine seemed to realize she was starting a lengthy apprenticeship. She wore handcrafted earrings from her parents, a touching homage to her family, to show that she would cherish her new family's past without forgetting herself. The Cartier halo was her pledge to the public and institution of serene dignity, contemporary sensibility, and a strong sense that royal authority is earned, not worn. This cautious choosing continues with her lotus flower tiara, another early pick. This item retained the Queen Mother's heritage when Catherine wore it in 2013 and during a diplomatic function in December 2022. The 1920s tiara's diamond and pearl fan designs evoked Art Deco. It was formerly a Gerard necklace. Catherine showed her curatorial vision again by picking this item. She was searching the vaults beyond the iconic pieces for diamonds with a deeper tail. She showed her confidence in 2022 with the lotus flower tiara and a crimson Jenny Packham gown. She was no longer the bride, but a senior stateswoman in training who was familiar with history and defined a modern style. Royal historians commented that her ability to combine old relics with contemporary designers created a stunning visual fusion that made the monarchy appear ageless and present. The Forgotten Rose Ghost. Catherine's tiara strategy peaked at the November 2023 state dinner. The Strathmore Rose tiara's surprising depth shook royal opinion. This was not a piece that had been hiding in the vaults. It was an item from a forgotten universe. In 1923, the Earl of Strathmore sent Lady Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon the future Queen Mother the Jazz Age tiara as a wedding gift. According to flapper fashion, it was worn low on the forehead and had tiny diamond flowers that could be separated and used as brooches. The Queen Mother wore it as Duchess of York, but once her husband became king, she switched to more royal jewels. It disappeared in the 1930s. Catherine's resurrection of this poem after almost a century showed her confidence. It was historical reclamation. She curated the royal collection for a new age, not just borrowing a diamond. The decision was significant. First, it honored the Queen Mother, admired for her bravery and duty during the Blitz. Catherine joined that attitude of continuous devotion by wearing her lost tiara. Two, it showed almost scholarly regard for the monarchy's ancestry. She demonstrated her deep awareness of the institution by studying the archives, understanding its origin, and using that history with purpose. The sight was stunning. Her refined elegance matched the flowery tiara worn higher on the head in the current way. It was delicate yet powerful due of its history. Fashion experts and royal historians praised the occasion as historical continuity and modern elegance. It was a subtle, dazzling assertion that the Princess of Wales was more than a consort in waiting, since she guarded the monarchy's greatest inheritance. She said that she considered herself as a direct connection in a line from Elizabeth II to the Queen Mother and beyond. She became the monarchy's most powerful visual asset with her unexpected move. People's Princess echoes. The Strathmore Rose was a surprise, but the Queen Mary's Lover's Knot is Catherine's most emotional tiara. Of her 4 tiaras, she has worn this one at least 11 times on state occasions. This is her signature. Because of its association with Diana, Princess of Wales, it is the most emotionally and historically charged composition she could have selected. The tiara's history is impressive. Queen Mary ordered it from Gerard in 1913. Mary, a meticulous jewel collector, sought a reproduction of Princess Augusta of Hesse's Cambridge Lover's Knot tiara. The Belle Epoque masterwork consisted of 19 swinging pear-shaped pearls strung from diamond pretzel-like knots in a framework of brilliant cut diamond arches. Queen Elizabeth II wore it often in her early reign. However, lending it to Lady Diana Spencer as a wedding present in 1981 cemented its worldwide popularity. Diana made the lover's knot her symbol. She wore it regularly with her most iconic dresses, notably the Elvis dress. The tiara's beautiful name and delicate shape fit the fairy tale portrayal of the little princess. Behind the scenes, the tale was more complicated. Insiders have long said Diana found the tiara physically painful. It was hefty, and the swaying pearls caused headaches. The gorgeous fairy tale crown that hurt its user adds terrible meaning. The Queen returned the tiara to her collection after her divorce, where it sat unnoticed for years, as a quiet memorial to a volatile and painful period in royal history. When Catherine wore the Lover's Knot tiara to a diplomatic event in December 2015, everyone understood. A significant symbolic occasion. She was wearing a gorgeous gem and openly honoring her mother-in-law, an act of tribute and reconciliation. In wearing the tiara, Catherine honored the lady who was for millions, the queen of people's hearts. Psychologically, it took great elegance and compassion. Stepping into a heritage of grief and popular love required respect, not revisionism. The lover's knot has been her go-to item for major state events throughout the years. A carefully designed message has been each appearance. She matched it with a blush pink Marchesa gown and Diana's pearl earrings for a 2017 state dinner honoring the King and Queen of Spain to convey delicate diplomatic authority. Tension-filled 2019 U.S. state banquet. She looked majestic and untouchable in a white Alexander McQueen gown and the Dame Grand Cross of the Royal Victorian Order sash. She has worn this tiara to diplomatic events in 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019 with varied gowns, a scarlet Jenny Packham, a pastel blue Alexander McQueen, a velvet navy proving its adaptability and establishing it as hers. Catherine has conducted subtle and beautiful symbolic alchemy by adopting the lover's knot. She has built on Diana's legacy, not obliterated it. She transformed a tragedy into a symbol of royal power, stability, and continuity. She has showed the world that the House of Windsor can acknowledge its terrible history while boldly moving forward. When she wears it, she silently tells her husband and the world that Diana's legacy is protected, revered, and now the foundation of the future monarchy. Vault weight and national hunger. Catherine's minimal yet powerful usage of royal jewels has captivated the public and media. Every time she wears a tiara, social media goes crazy with praise and analysis. Public demand for these occasions is unquenchable. On Twitter, one fan said, "The more tiaras she dons, the more satisfied I will be." Catherine has the grace to wear these antique gems wonderfully. This emotion mirrors popular longing. The monarchy's vast traditions and historic treasures provide permanency and national identity in a secular and fast-paced society. Most royal analysts and historians believe that Catherine's campaign is a contemporary royal branding masterclass. One notable royal historian said, "Each tiara Catherine wears recounts a narrative of royal continuity, tradition, and progress." She represents the current royal mentality, blending formality with unique flair. By treating the tiaras as gems to be disclosed on special occasions, she gives them strength they could otherwise lose through overexposure. She is managing the monarchy's image in real time, utilizing these gems to present a picture of a contemporary, forward-looking institution with a rich heritage. What is next? Royal Collection has additional great treasures rarely seen in decades. Will she wear the grand Vladimir tiara with replaceable emeralds and pearls? Or the lovely floral tech crescent tiara? Public demand for her to explore the vault more freely shows her accomplishment. She made history fun and accessible. Catherine's tiaras are about more than fashion or tradition. They are essential to the monarchy's 21st century existence and relevance. They are a visual extravaganza that cuts through the 24-hour news cycle and broadcasts stability and continuity in any language. The Princess of Wales has shown that she knows the weight of her future crown as Queen Consort by reviving the Strathmore Rose and bearing the lover's knot. She recognizes them as more than diamonds and pearls. She holds a nation's crystallized past, making them the monarchy's most potent and alluring diplomatic instrument. The world will await her next tale chapter. Thank you for watching the video. Please let us know your thoughts and goodbye for now.